Namaskaram. I pay my obeisance to all the listeners. I was viewing a video made by some institute from USA. In that video, they were claiming that Hindu philosophy is a mess. It is almost impossible to understand Hindu philosophy. I think this is a wrong interpretation of Hindu philosophy. Probably not understanding the real essence of it. This is why they have come to the conclusion, this type of conclusion. There are many propagandists who also used to say in this manner. Hindu philosophy is very vast and it is almost impossible to make it clear in just one video. So I would make many videos so that every concept should be clear. They were claiming that Islam, Christianity and Judaism and Buddhism are straightforward, clear cut. So it is easy to understand them and easy to implement them. But if you see this universe, if you see this existence is not that simple. It is very complex. So the philosophy must be complex if it really wants to explain every aspect of it. In Quran, you not find any real explanation of body or of mind or of God or of Atma or of this universe. This is why it is so simple. If you are not going to explain anything, it would definitely be a simple thing. And whatever you said, that thing is not proved by scientific community. But here in Hindu system, everything is judged in a very clear-cut manner with evidences and with experiments. So let's now begin. So the first and most notable thing that Hindu philosophy says, first thing, that this existence is infinite. This is very clear cut. in Bible or in Quran, you would not find this word. So this infinity is the master stroke of Hinduism. In mathematics also, in physics also, you would note this thing. This universe is proved infinite because you cannot end it by imagining. Even by imagination you cannot end it. Hinduism put the logic that if there is end of one thing, there must be a beginning of another thing from that place. A thing cannot end before a thing cannot start. If a thing ends, then that is clear that another thing starts, and you would not find any exception of this thing. By this logic, this existence is proved infinite. And Hinduism has also explained this through mathematics. When philosophy is expressed through mathematics, that becomes reality. And Hinduism believe that anything that you are claiming, that should be explained by mathematics or by physics or by biology. This is why in Hinduism you would find that there is decimal fraction system in numeration. You would go on adding and adding, you would never end. You would go on subtracting and subtracting, you would never end. This means the whole number system is infinite. Hence, infinity is proved. Between any two numbers, there are infinite digits. So, infinity is proved. This is the first system, first philosophy of Hinduism. Second one is, this infinity is in harmony, and this system, this infinity, is ruled by laws. This is not a haphazard system. This is not an accidental system. This is ruled by laws. And that law is called law of God, which is called Vidhan in Hinduism. And this infinite existence has infinite expressions also. Every number expresses one expression. Every number is substituted for one expression. And since expression is also infinite, and this existence is infinite. Means if you try to understand a single matter, a single object, you cannot end it in any possible manner. You go on dividing and dividing and dividing, or you go on adding and adding and adding. You cannot end the series. And this this existence, because Hinduism believes in infinite universe and not single universe or multiverse. This should also be clear. Hinduism does not believe in universe or in multiverse. Hinduism believes in infinite universe, Anant Brahmand, which is called Anant Brahmand. So this existence is in harmony, and this existence is expression of infinity, and this infinity This is why this infinity is also called oneness. This is why there is a confusion between among Christianity and Islam and Judaism and Hinduism. They say their God is one. In Hinduism, it is said that God is infinite, not one, and God is oneness. Here it is said oneness and not one. Oneness and one. There is difference between one and oneness. One is a single digit, and oneness is infinite digits. And one more thing that I would like to say, that in Hinduism there is not a single God like in Islam or Christianity or Judaism, because one is a definite number and one is a limited number. If your God is limited to any place or anything or any substance or in any way, that means that limited cannot be omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscience. And Hinduism proves this. Those who say that their God is one monotheistic God, they cannot prove that their God is real, their God is unadulterated, their God is omnipresent, omniscience, or omnivalent. So oneness and infinity is a great philosophy of Hinduism. Here you have a range of a similar word which seems to be confusing to Westerners or to those who are not Hindus. But Hindus are not confused. Here you would get the term Parabrahm Parameshwar, Ishwar, Paramatma, Devata, Devi. And many people use these words in a synonymous manner, but they are not synonymous. Sanskrit is very evolved language, faultless language. For every condition, it has a word. So no two word has the same meaning in Sanskrit. There is always a difference. It is altogether a different thing that you are knowing the difference between those two words or not. It is your problem. But if you understand, if you study Sanskrit, you would come to know the real difference between those two words. So here I would like to say that Parabrahm, Parameshwar, is the highest word for the whole existence. Parabrahm, Parameshwar, the highest word. It denotes infinity, oneness. And next is Ishwar. Ishwar means nature plus beyond the nature, jointly said. Ishwar. Nature plus beyond the nature in uh, expressed gross forms. In big forms. What is nature? Nature is, by Hinduism, by Hindu concept, nature is that form of existence which can be divided or which can be added. Means extension or contraction. Where there is movement, where you can divide or add. That is nature. So for division or addition, you must have a line, any imaginary line, or you must have dots, point, then and there. That point can be very finest, very little, but point is always a point. So if you want to divide, there must be a point. By that point only you can divide. And if you want to add, there must be a point. So if you want to divide or add, there must be a point or there must be a line. So the existence which comes under this framework of division and addition, that is called nature. And beyond that, in gross form, that would not end, you would not come to an end. How much far away is the line? How much length is of line? So the line which seems to go to infinity. Beyond that, you cannot imagine of addition, because that line has become so long that it tends to be infinite. And after that means the position beyond which you cannot imagine, that existence plus this nature, this makes Ishwar. Now Paramatma. What is Paramatma? Paramatma is, if you go on dividing and dividing all the substances, all the existence, go on dividing and dividing, you would not come to a point from where you can say that I have reached to the last point. After that, the imaginary point, existence exists. So that existence which exists after that smallest point which you could imagine, which any could imagine, that existence is called Paramatma in its totality. Not a single frame, not a single point, not a single digit, but whole totality. So that whole totality of existence, beyond that point, beyond that smallest point, I would say, that is Paramatma in its collectivity. So if you would compare from Islam or Christianity or Judaism, you would not you cannot say that the word God or Allah of those Abrahamic religion is equivalent to Ishwar or Parbrahm Parmeshwar or Paramatma, because their God is living in a single frame, in a single dimension, that is called seventh sky. Here God is not living, not confined to a single frame, to a single dimension, to a single state. Here God is infinite and all prevalent, all pervasive, all prevalent. And now, one thing that is also confusing for other people is Devi and Devta. In Christianity or Judaism, later on, concept evolved of demigod concept evolved. In early Christianity or early Judaism, you would not find demigod, but in Greek philosophy you would find concept of demigod. But Greek philosophy is not considered to be the concept of Christianity or Judaism or of any religion. Greek philosophy is the philosophy of the pagans. They said that it is the philosophy of pagans. Anyway, that demigod is not equivalent to Devi or Devta of Hinduism. In Hinduism, the source of all energy is called Devata. In Hinduism, it is believed that all the energies, either expressed or hidden, two types of energies, expressed and hidden. In Hinduism, there is two types of energies. You would not find this type of concept in any other religion. Two types of energy. One is expressed and one is hidden. Expressed energy is the energy which you would notice in the form of light or sound or gravitation or potential energy or kinetic energy, electric energy, magnetic energy. But what about the hidden energy? Hidden energy is very much mysterious, which used to be called as dark energy. This dark energy is called in Hinduism Asura, source of Asura. So dark energy is the source of Asura, and expressed energy is the source of Devata. So Devata gives expressed energy and Asura gives dark energy. So here there is a concept of Asura, and many people say that, many people used to translate this Asura as demon, but this is not demon. Demon is something different. Asura is energy, dark energy, which is not expressed, and this gives rise to many forms of expressed energy. So this energy that is expressed, which has the source of Devata, when this dark energy used to collide with or used to mix up with or used to interact with this energy, then this is the collision of dark force and expressed force, means light force. So this expressed force is called light force, Prakash Urja. So in Hinduism there is a term that Devasur Sangram, means battle of dark energy and expressed energy, which in other term called light energy. But this light energy does not mean the light energy which is used in physics, but this light energy is expressed energy. It may be sound, it may be electricity, which is called Vidyut in Sanskrit. Light energy is called Prakash. Sound energy is called Dhwani. So all these energies are in constant battle with dark energy. And with this constant battle, there emerges many other forms, transformations, which we call transformation of matter. So matter gets created by collision of this dark energy and light energy. So matter is formed. In Hinduism, it is clearly expressed that energy can be converted into matter and matter could be converted into energy. Aditir daksho ajayat dakshat aditihi. So before Einstein, it was expressed in Hindu philosophy that energy and matter are interconvertible. And they have also said how matter is formed by the collision of dark force and light force, means expressed energy and dark energy. If that dark energy is in the form of dark matter, then it is called Danav. So dark matter has got different term and dark energy has got different term. Asura is dark energy and Danav is dark matter. So how matter is evolved, how matter is made, this is clear in Hindu concept, but you would not find this in Islamic concept or Judaism concept or in Christianity concept, in Christianity philosophy. So in this video, I have dealt with these things. So all these things, Devata, nature, matter, dark energy, dark matter, Parabrahm Parameswar, all these things are the expression of Parabrahm Parameswar. So this is oneness, and Hinduism clearly believes that everything that exists is in real sense the expression of God itself. God has not made these things as Islam, Christianity and Judaism says that God has made this world. Here in Hinduism it is clear that God has not made these things, but God has expressed itself only. These things are God itself and not a thing beyond and different from God. And those who says Islam, Christian, Abrahamic religion, they say that God is different from matter. They could not then prove that God is unlimited. Nature, the thing that has been created, that created part would limit the creator part, because a created is different thing and creator is different, so that God's limited. Both are limiting each other. But in Hinduism, God is not limited, it is unlimited. This is why Hindu says that this nature also is the expression of God. This is the God itself. And one thing also clear in Hindu philosophy is that there is no real creation. Hindu philosophy says that this creation is in real sense transformation only, and this is called Maya, and this is created by Yog Maya. And Yog Maya is that transitional state, that transitional existence which is in between formless form of existence and form existence. It is in just between formless and form existence. And this has the ability to create form, to inspire for creation of form, which in real sense it is transformation and not creation. Because Hindu philosophy believes that everything is eternal. Everything is eternal. You cannot destroy anything completely. Since you cannot destroy anything completely, so it is eternal. This Yog Maya has the capability to express in form state, or has the capability to de-express the form into formless state. So Yog Maya is in between the two types of existence. So in Hinduism, everything is eternal, and this is proved also by science. Hinduism, whatever Hinduism says, that is clearly a scientific fact. They have not said out of imagination. You cannot destroy anything. This is why Hindus says that everything is eternal. Nothing is mortal. Everything is eternal. Mortality is just a relative concept, means transformation from one state to another. So, in comparison to one state, a thing is mortal, but in its totality, in its wholeness, it is immortal. So if a thing gets transformed from one state to another to third, state. So in comparison to third state, second state is mortal. In comparison to second state, first state is mortal. But in its totality, it is immortal because it is always present. It never gets destroyed in any sense except its form. So its form is regularly changing. That is correct. Its form is regularly changing. But its existence is constant. Its existence is not changing. Its existence is there. Whatever existence was there at present also, that existence exists and would also exist in future. So this is a clear concept, and you can also visualize. No scientist has ever been able to destroy any object, any element to zero. And zero is the word, zero is the digit which Hindus have evolved. And this zero is used only in reference of something, for something, means only in relative term. Zero does not exist in absolute form. It exists only in relative form, in concept form, conceptual thing. Zero is conceptual thing and not a reality, not an absolute thing. Suppose I have 1 rupee, I have given to you that rupee. How much rupee I have left? 0. But that rupee exists in your hand, which I have given. So I have not been able to destroy that rupee to 0. So 0 exists only in reference of a time and in reference of a state. So it is just used for relative references. And this is why Hindus says that no creation can be done by 0. And Islam and Christianity, they say that there was nothing in this existence, and then God say be, and this existence become. This existence come into existence. But Hindu says that this existence is eternal, was eternal, and will always be eternal. It was never created. It cannot be created. It is only transforming. And it also says why it is transforming, as I have told you earlier. So, from 0, it is not evolved. God has expressed from oneself. And that express is not that I am saying that God has expressed itself. That means a time was present when God has expressed itself. No. That is only to make you understand this thing. It is not that at a time God has expressed himself, itself, herself into this. This is also a point of which I would like to make you, that in those religion, Islam, Christianity and Judaism, God is a male personality. But in Hinduism, it is not only male. It is male, female, it is neutral, and it is also beyond that sex limitation. In Upanishad, it is clear. In Upanishad, it is clearly mentioned that God cannot be limited by sex. you cannot limit it because it is infinite. So you cannot say that it is male, or you cannot say that it is not male. It is male as well as female, as well as neutral, as well as beyond these three things. In another video, I would explain all other aspects of philosophy. In this video, I hope you have understood some aspects of Hindu philosophy in a nutshell. Om.